guys? Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. So tonight, y'all know I don't go live on Saturdays, but some crazy stuff has been happening with Pumpkin Shannon. You guys know she runs the Sisters Closet Boutique. She started it with her sister Alana, who everybody may know as Honey Boo Boo. Well, over the holidays, you guys, stuff really went crazy with her boutique. When she returned from the holidays, there was a lot of people commenting on her page saying they didn't get their packages, that they ordered stuff from her and didn't get it. I was getting inundated with messages from customers of hers telling me that they ordered hundreds of dollars from her and they could not get in contact with her. Well, I put out a TikTok about this, about people not getting their packages. And it wasn't just like a handful of people, it's been a lot of people. Some people, what I noticed was a lot of people saying that they got the notification that their shipping label was printed, but they never got their package. I started doing some digging, talking to people in the background, and I was told that there was a possibility that Pumpkin spent the majority of the money for people's orders and she printed shipping labels purposely to make the customers believe that their packages were on their way. She returned to the Sisters Boutique after a hiatus, like a holiday hiatus or whatever. She returned, I think it was yesterday, and she returned by herself and she did her first live and she told her audience that it was just going to be her. Now before that, about a week before that, I guess, she made a post on her page letting people know that when she returns things would be different. She would no longer be in her warehouse, which is where she was running her boutique out of. It was out of this big warehouse. And that her employees that she had would not be with her anymore, that it would just be her, which obviously raised a lot of questions. Like, you were in this boutique, you had employees, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you making all these changes? I initially thought like something is wrong. She's running out of money, something's not good with this, right? When she went live yesterday and explained that what she told her audience was that she let her employees go because they had betrayed her by opening up their own boutiques. Right after that, one of her employees, Tang, actually posted on her Facebook saying that was not true. Like, we weren't going to speak about this. We weren't going to talk about this. But you fired us first. We did not open up our own boutiques until you fired us. Pumpkin fired her entire boutique staff without telling them. The way that they found out that they were fired was when they read the post on Facebook. That's when they found out. And since then, there's been so much going on. There has been accusations of theft. There has been a lawsuit now involved. So we're going to bring the other ladies up on the chat because I know y'all can hear them and I can't hear them yet. So we're going to bring them up. Here is Miss Paisley, Taylor, and Tang. Tang is muted, so we're not going to be able to hear her. Paisley, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Y'all can hear me. Okay. Now, these are all the girls that worked for the Sisters Closet. And Paisley, you have known Pumpkin your entire life, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is Paisley right below me. This is Taylor right here. And Tank is below Taylor. They worked for Pumpkin Shannon at the Sisters Closet. Paisley worked there the longest. She was brought in right after Jessie and Cheyenne was brought in. And then I think Tank was brought in next, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Taylor was brought in last. And Paisley, your mom also worked for Pumpkin as her accountant. And when you first were brought on, y'all were in the first warehouse and things were running smooth. That's when she was still with Josh. Everything seemed to be good.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So y'all bear with us. Like, none of us is used to this apparently. But y'all ran live sales. How often did y'all do live sales?
Well, when I first started, it was mainly just Pumpkin doing the live sales, and she would do them almost every night. But when Tang and Taylor came along, we would always try to do at least 2 to 3 times a week.
Okay, and one thing that I started noticing, because when she first started doing these, I watched from the beginning, but I stopped watching every one of them. But every once in a while, I would catch them. And one thing that I started kind of realizing is she didn't always have her items in stock. Like sometimes what people ordered, she did not have, right?
Yes.
Like it would be custom shirts and things like that.
So we would, when we did like mystery teas and stuff like that, what we'll do is we'll take all those orders and we would put them in the cart and we would go get them that next day.
Okay, so and
Well, if
she
we were
would get
able to.
paid right then.
If we were
And-
able to.
okay. So
Big
apparently,
info.
from what was happening, essentially, is these live sales would run. She would get an influx of cash that night or money due to her accounts that night from people buying. And what should have happened is the money should have been used to go buy the shirts and the prints and everything that was needed to fulfill the orders. But sometimes that was not the case. Am I correct in saying that? Sometimes that was not the case.
That's correct.
Yes.
Would you guys say sometimes the money, and she is accusing you guys, from my understanding, of taking money, right?
Correct.
Correctly.
Because over the holidays, when a lot of people's packages went missing, she has alleged that y'all did not send the packages or that y'all took the money or how what exactly?
We didn't send the packages, or there were sweatshirts or t-shirts missing from the orders and stuff like that when we didn't even purchase the order in the first place because she blew all the money. And yeah. So.
And what get me is the post that was made saying the girls are working hard when we was at home, unfortunately unemployed. But you making a post saying that we're in the warehouse working, pressing the shirts from the sale.
There was no shirts to press.
Okay, when was that post made? Because
Right after,
y'all took
right
off right
after
after Thanksgiving.
It was the week after Thanksgiving.
Okay, so right before Thanksgiving, y'all took off, and she did too. She went to Colorado, right?
Yes.
Okay, who had access of the account with the funds in it? Wouldn't that just be her? Because
yeah, she was the person who had control of the money.
I remember seeing one time where she, and I could be wrong in this, or maybe this is something different, but I remember one time seeing on her post that like the PayPal said like kitchens, like it was like, or maybe it was a Cash App that it had kitchens. So I was like, is that there?
Put in when she was doing her little the boutique sellout thing or whatever, she had added Darren's Cash App.
Okay, so that's what that was for. Okay, so would you guys say?
Yes.
How long have you worked there, Paisley?
I started March of last year.
Okay, Tang, how long do you think you've been there?
I think me and Brooke came in. I came in at the beginning of first week of August.
I started September 9th.
Okay,
so the week before, I think.
Oh well, September then.
Okay, so all y'all have been there a decent amount of time. It wasn't like y'all were only there a week or two. Y'all were there for a decent amount of time. Would you guys say, like, before the holidays things mainly ran smoothly, or there was always it always happened to where like she would take money and spend it before buying the items? But she would usually like pay the money back.
Always like that. It wasn't always like that. I can't say that. It wasn't always like that. But majority of the time it was, but we had our good and we had our bad days. I can honestly say that.
Yeah. And she would tell y'all like, oh, well, I don't have the money to make the orders. So
no, it would be like, okay, we need to figure something out for this week. Y'all need to push the lies, attitude towards us. Y'all not doing this, y'all not doing that. But it ain't our fault that you're trying to double work us now because the fun's gone.
Right. Yeah. Okay, and Paisley, you said she told you before?
Yeah, she like with me and her being as close as we were, there was a lot of times where she confided in me when it came to the money wise or whatever. So therefore she would tell me, we got to do this or such and such because I can't afford payroll, or we got to do this and such because I can't afford inventory, different stuff like that.
Wow. Okay. But things always managed to kind of somewhat stay above board until the holidays happened, right?
See, what happened was she had, before Thanksgiving, or whatever, she had this big old, what was it, a 60% sale or 60%
Yeah.
off everything on the website and stuff like that. And she made it out as like she wanted to give back to her customers, but really and truly what she wanted is money to go to Colorado on. And that's exactly what happened, all that money. So everybody wants to know what happened to their packages or where's the money that for their products and stuff like that. It was spent in Colorado.
Yeah, I've seen because I think like the little advertisement thing they did for it was like Alana saying like Black Friday, like everything's 50% off or something like that. And then Pumpkin was like, y'all heard it from her. Everything's 50% off. So that brought in a lot of sales, and she took the money and went to Colorado. And she didn't.
Correct.
Did she take any of the money to buy inventory?
No. That's
Zero.
when we came back, I mean, for the sale or whatever, we put in all the shirts we needed, we put in all the prints that we needed, we put in how much shipping labels were, and we gave her how much the shirts would cost, the prints would cost, and the labels would cost to get printed out. She couldn't afford any of it. And those are packages.
But remember, we did do the bingo the week after that to try to get the money up.
Lives after that she was trying to up to get those out when we couldn't do it. I became to the point where I told her that she doesn't need to go live again until she can get what orders pending out, because all she's doing is digging herself a even bigger hole. But orders that most people are still complaining about that I see with comments and stuff like that are from Thanksgiving to now or whatever. Homegirl, your package is not lost. It wasn't not scanned in. They're probably still sitting at where they're at.
If she even bought the stuff to make them, like if she even bought like the shirts, if she even bought the shirts and the prints to actually make them, and she double sold some stuff, right?
There's no way she couldn't have. There's no way she couldn't have double sold stuff. I don't necessarily know for a fact that she couldn't do that, but I know for a fact that the blankets and the cups and stuff like that, those went with orders when I left there. She could have refunded those and they were available again. I'm not sure, but I know for a fact when I was working there and my last day, those blankets and those cups had already been purchased.
Because we know inventory because we're there hands on.
Right. Y'all were the ones doing the lives. Y'all know the names. Y'all know who y'all's regular people are that's usually in the lives. Just like with my people, like I know who my people are. So if they are ordering stuff for me, like I'm gonna know. I'll probably remember, what their order may or may not be. But you get familiar with your customers. So y'all are literally doing these lives. And at this point, Tang and Taylor, did y'all know that she was like when y'all went back? Because it was said that y'all did do like a couple of last lives that she pushed y'all like, hey, we got to go live. We got to make some sales because financially, like we're not okay. I gotta be able to buy inventory. So y'all were aware, like Paisley, I know you said you were, but Tang and Taylor, y'all were also aware, like crap, we gotta do this live. So and try to, but in my opinion, there's no way you can make up for that. If you're going live and selling things and getting the money for what you're selling, how are you buying extra for the stuff that you didn't buy with the money that you had previously that you used in Colorado? Like to me, it's like you're just digging yourself in a bigger hole because you're not gonna make up for that money.
Yeah.
But y'all were aware of that. Like y'all knew when y'all did those last few lives what it was for, that it was tried. That y'all were trying to get more money to buy more stuff. Okay. Have y'all had people? I'm sure y'all have, because I have, and I don't even work there.
Yes, we were trying to get out of the hole.
Y'all have people reach out to y'all about not receiving packages?
Yes. No, I haven't.
Taylor, you haven't? Tang, you have?
Every day.
I would say I've had probably, man. Well,
I think I had 3 or 4 people. 3 or 4 people. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Okay. So really where it all went down, even though she did this before, it never got to the point to where it didn't seem like she could come back from it until the holidays. She took all that money from that big sale and she went to Colorado. And she came back. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
because we made more than we would normally make on a day-to-day basis. So I mean, we made $5,000. It's hard to come back from $5,000
That's how much is that
versus
about how much y'all made? Was it about that much? Or do you know?
yeah, it was about 4,000 some dollars, almost $5,000 we made.
Let me just put it this way. Anytime we went live, there was no reason at all we shouldn't have been able to order what was ordered.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So she had like this like rule that like you have to send your money. Didn't she have a rule that you had to send your money in a certain amount of time or you didn't get your order? I know she did back
Well,
in the day.
so
I don't know if she changed that.
in order to place an order, you would have like in order to get anything, you would have to check out. You'd have to pay for it up front. Like you would
Yeah.
have to go ahead and pay for it. There was no pay in later or anything like that. So anything that you purchased off the website, you already paid for it.
Okay, so do y'all remember when the live was before she went to Colorado? Do y'all remember around what time it was?
It was the week before. It was that Friday before Thanksgiving week because that was me and Paisley did the live.
Okay, and then she left, I guess, a few days after that. And
No,
no,
she was on the
Tang
road
told us
that
more.
same day.
Okay, okay, so she was already gone.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
None of y'all have access to the money. I just want to make sure we put that out there.
No, none
No,
of us had access to any money.
any money we don't have access to none of that. We could see the money coming in and when the money's taken out, but we don't have access to it.
Okay. Um, she goes to Colorado, buys some goats, has a good time, comes back home. She still decides she's not gonna go live for. I mean, she didn't go live again until last night. But like a week ago, she did make a post saying that things were going to be different, that she was no longer going to be in the warehouse. She was going to be back at her house and that there would be no more employees, that it would be just her. And that's how y'all found out y'all didn't have a job, right?
Yes.
Yep.
No
Because
text, no call, no meeting, no nothing. I got a text from my sister saying, "Oh my gosh, when did you quit or when did you get fired? Whatever." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And she was like, "The post." I went on Facebook and I saw the post and I was like, "Oh, okay."
And on January 5th, I texted her around 8 that night and asked when she thought we would come back to work. And I never heard anything, so I haven't heard anything. And then I posted on Facebook.
But I do want to see people in the comments asking this. Y'all did get paid y'all's last paychecks.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But your mama didn't, Paisley.
My mama has not been paid yet.
And your mama is her accountant.
Mm-hmm.
So she would want to pay the accountant, but that's just me. Okay, so she makes the post. Y'all all find out y'all don't have a job, but y'all things don't bust up right then. It's not like y'all are mad at each other right then because she starts selling off everything out of the warehouse, right?
Well, she was
Correct.
doing a sellout before she made that post.
Oh, she was selling things from the warehouse before she made the post?
Yeah, she
Mm-hmm.
was doing a boutique sellout before she had posted that other post.
Did she ever tell y'all like, well, I'm selling all this stuff because I'm going to go back to my other building, or she just left y'all in the dark about it?
She left us in the dark about it. Everything as far as that, we all found out through Facebook.
Okay, so yeah, and you can't tell me she was selling out everything in the warehouse and thinking she was going to stay there. She knew she was going back home, and she knew y'all wasn't coming with her, and she didn't even tell y'all when y'all were there helping her sort everything out. And that's where, okay, when she was doing the sellout for the warehouse, Tang, you made some purchases from her, right?
Correct.
Okay, do you want to tell what you bought, or because she threw
I
that up
bought
on
a
your face?
hat press. I bought a hat press and the tables that we used to use to press our shirts on.
Okay, so and at this time, y'all are still getting along. Everything is fine.
Well, we
I
just
mean,
haven't
it was
talked.
never. Yeah.
There was no communication.
There was no communication.
Okay, so no communication. She goes live last night and she tells people that things are going to be different, that it's just her now. There's no bad blood between y'all. But at the end of the day, y'all went and started y'all's own boutiques, and she felt like that was she was betrayed because you can't have
Mm-hmm.
multiple boutiques like in the same area, whatever. But no bad blood, no bad blood. She wished y'all well, but she felt like y'all stabbed her in the back. when in reality, Paisley, you had a boutique already.
No, so when work started settling down and it was just me and Pumpkin, this was after Jessica and Cheyenne stopped working or whatever. It was just me and Pumpkin for a minute. And I was only working like once or twice a week. So when I tell you when a girl's down bad, I was sticking out with her.
And you're a mother.
So I went and asked Pumpkin how would she feel about if me and my Nana started up a little T-shirt thing and something like that. She told me that I was more than welcome to do that. That she was totally fine. But the thing about that is, I told her that my priority would still be her business, and
Okay.
it was her business came before Nana and Paisley's teas always. But I reached out before I even thought about starting it up to make sure it was okay, and she was happy about
And
it.
she was fine with it. And
Yes.
she even, I want to say she made a post on her page one time. Like,
Well, there was a shirt that I had made her, and she had wore it on one of her live sales one time, and everybody kept asking where did I get that, where she get that shirt and stuff like that. So we ended up just adding it to hers.
Oh, okay. Did you profit off of any of that?
No, I didn't.
She took the money when
Yeah, because I told her that we could just put it on hers, because really and truly she would be purchasing the shirt and she would be purchasing to get the print printed off. So I told her she could just keep everything.
Okay. So really, I mean, you did her. I mean, that's a pretty good. It's your product. You're wearing it, or she was wearing it on her live sale. People were interested, and you were like, "Girls, just sell it. It's fine. Not a big deal."
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Tang and Taylor, y'all started up after y'all found out y'all didn't have a job, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. So
that wasn't the reason why you fired us.
That's what I was going to say. Her in the live saying, well, everything is fine, but they started their own boutiques, and I felt betrayed by that. That y'all were fired before y'all decided to start y'all's boutiques. And y'all, I know Paisley, you're a mom. Tang, are you a mom? I think you said you're a mom.
Correct.
Well. Taylor, do you have kids?
No, I'm only
okay. But still, you gotta eat. You gotta eat. You still need money. Everybody needs a job. I mean, you were working there because you needed a job. Y'all were working for her because y'all needed an income. So you find out you're fired. What are you gonna do? You're gonna figure out how to move forward and get another job. So y'all were already very well versed in.
Oh no.
It's for y'all to do a boutique. You know what I'm saying? But that was a complete lie. Her saying that she fired y'all because of the boutique situation. Now, more has come up because we found out about the warehouse that Pumpkin was original. Well, when Pumpkin first moved out of the building behind her house, it was into this big red building. I don't know if it was an Ivy or whatnot, but there was a picture of her and Josh in front of it with her holding the keys, and she told everybody they bought it. And they like redid it for a while, but she wasn't in there anymore. She was in a different building that she was renting.
And that one was in Ivy, the one that me and Tane worked at.
Okay. And
the other one was in Irwinton.
Oh, yes. Okay. All right. So she left that building, and I remember wondering, like, well, why? Like, what is going on? There must be some money issues. And obviously there is. But not only did she like screw y'all over, but she screwed the landlord over to the building, because now she is allegedly, there's been a suit filed against Pumpkin by what's his name? Give me a second. Let me find the guy's name who was her landlord.
Mr. Ralph.
What's his name?
Mr. Ralph.
Mr. Ralph. Ralph Avery, thank you in the chat. Somebody in the chat said it. But Lisa said I am. But they owned the building, rented the building to her, and she didn't pay the rent, the light bill, utilities, nothing for the last few months.
No, she owes over $5,000 with rent, light bills, etc. And today I was actually informed that she's blaming that on me. So she was blamed the reason why the light bill and stuff like that wasn't paid because I was supposed to pay it, and that we were partners. No, we were not partners. So also I'm starting to shake.
Girl, it's okay. It's okay. Y'all got this. It's fine.
So
If she ain't got money to pay your mama her accountant, she ain't gonna see y'all or nothing. So y'all good, you know. I mean, you should be able to tell what happened to you. Like, this is crazy. Pumpkin hated her mom for stealing money from Alana, but like, look how she's doing people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently she told them that we were partners, and the reason why the light bills and stuff like that has not been paid was because that was my responsibility. I've never been a partner with Pumpkin, never signed anything being a partner of the Sisters Closet. I was the manager of the Sisters Closet. That was it. As far as any kind of money, I had no control over. And they have actually taken out a filed a lawsuit against her, and she's actually dodging the police right now. So
to be served.
So therefore, they have taped it on the front of her door, in front of the warehouse door where everybody could see it. So.
And who is her partner? You're not her partner, but Alana is her partner, correct?
I really don't know. I don't know. I know I'm not her partner.
Right. I know.
Started this up together.
Yeah, publicly it was pushed out as it was the Sisters Closet, Pumpkin and Alana. So if she is about to be sued and Alana is a partner with her, like, this could affect her as well. But another thing that I got was people saying that she was purposely printing the shipping labels so people thought their packages were on their way. And then she was saying, well, we don't know, lost in the mail.
Okay, the thing about that is anytime it says your label is printed, it really does mean that your label has been printed. Your label has been bought and has been printed, and as far as having that label to ship out your order, it is ready to go if it has everything in that order that needs to go out with it. So if it ever came on the website or whatever, your label has been created or printed, that means it has been printed. But the only time, like, it will update as soon as we drop it off to the post office and they scan it and stuff like that. So that was one of the things that people kept saying that was fake or whatever, that she would pretend like the labels were being printed off. No, they were actually printed off. It's just they couldn't go out. And
because she didn't have them. She didn't have the products to send out.
She didn't have the products in them.
Mm-hmm. So she was printing the labels knowing, I don't have this package to send, but I'm going to print the label anyways.
Well, sometimes we would how I like to do things is I like to go ahead and print the labels, because once you print the labels, it also gives you your inventory sheet. That way, once we package the orders or put the stuff in, we could just check it off that label thing, if that makes sense. So therefore, I've always personally liked to go ahead and print the labels out first. But normally, when you're doing good or stuff like that, when we print those labels off, we're able to go ahead and package and ship out
the stuff.
Yeah, it's just here recently we haven't been able to do that.
They were getting printed knowing we don't have the stuff to send out. Do you think she was doing it so people thought their packages were on the way, or?
I don't know. I really don't know what was her process of thinking.
But no doubt there were people saying, a ton of people saying, I got the notification that my shipping label was printed, but I don't have a package. And her response would be like, well, once USPS has it, like, we don't know, like, it got lost in the mail. I don't know, like, it's not on us anymore. Because I heard her say, once the shipping label is printed, like, it's out of our hands, which is just not the case. It's not out of your hands yet.
No, that's wrong.
Okay. And she also said yesterday on the live that she had checked all the emails and responded to everyone, and everyone that didn't get their package, like, she basically said, like, she didn't want to take accountability for it. Like, it wasn't on her, like, oh, if they got lost or whatever, but she refunded people. Did she do refunds, or did she only do store credits?
So the thing about that is it's on our website before you even purchase the order. It's our website. It was on the website policy or whatever that you are only refunded as account credit. So anybody who did purchase something
They
before
knew
that,
that.
it showed them that you only get refunded as account credit.
Okay. Okay. So I've talked to people that's like, I got a half credit or I didn't get no credit. And that was recently. But crap, I just lost my train of thought. It was something with the credits. Oh, okay. Yeah, she said that she had checked all the emails and she had talked to everyone that didn't get their packages, that had an issue with their package, and she had refunded everyone. And she said that last night. She's like, that's taken care of. So I want to leave it in 2024. Like, I took care of everything. I've responded to all the emails. I've issued all the refunds. When she didn't, because I've still talked to people that have been trying to get in touch with her and they can't get in touch with her. They're still emailing. So are y'all still talking to people? Like, are y'all still hearing people saying, like, yeah, we still haven't heard from her?
I've just seen comments on where they haven't they haven't gotten their orders or they can't contact her, and then some people have reached out saying that they've sent emails numerous times and can't contact her and stuff like that. I used to be over the emails, but it got to the point where I told her I wasn't answering emails no more. And then when I found out about when I saw the post on Facebook, I went ahead and deleted everything that was associated with the Sisters Closet off my phone.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Someone in the chat said, Danny said, but then she ended the original site with all the credits. I'm not sure exactly what well, I did see that I guess she made a new site. Did she make a new site or something?
She said that she posted that she had I don't know if it was create a new website or change
updated
around
it. I heard she updated or something like that.
I mean, that was basically after y'all were no longer really in the loop, right?
Yeah.
As that started
I
happening.
saw where she had said that anybody who got account credit or refunded account credit, it would still be with you or whatever. I saw where she had said that.
Okay, and I spent days like looking at the comments on her page just because I had so many people coming to me and so many people commenting on my TikTok about it. But I was like going and reading, and I would see people saying like the link's not working. Like, how do I get my credit if the link's not working? So I guess they would get a store credit, and they had the link to go to buy whatever they wanted to buy with this credit. But if the link's not working, they can't do it, so they're still kind of out.
Yeah.
So something was going on.
Yeah.
Who ran the website?
I personally would want to get refunded back to my actual card than account credit, but also on her part, on her end, it's also a policy and it's on the website before you check out that you're only refunded as account credit. So I do give her that because that is what it states. But yeah.
Yeah, and I guess when she starts, her starting a boutique, I guess she has the option to make that, a rule like that. I don't do refunds. I only do store credits. And if you're going to buy with her, I guess, you got to know that. My husband said, can you dispute the charges? Is that possible? Like if you never received?
Yes, you can dispute the charges. Or I guess you go to the BBB or something like that. There have been times where some people have dispute charges, and what you could do is you can go in and give evidence of when they purchased that order, what they ordered, stuff like that. Sometimes she could get out of it, sometimes she couldn't. I'm not really sure what she did. I left the disputes to her.
Oh wow. Did she get a lot of disputes? Did that happen?
No, not really. She didn't. Now, when I was last there, there was probably about 3 disputes when my last really time working there. And I was looking at them. There was only like 3 of them. But after that, there's no telling how many she got.
Yeah, because I'm like, if I see people commenting this much on my stuff, like I can't even imagine like how many people it really is that. And you said y'all sold probably $4,000 to $5,000 worth of stuff. Is that in one night, right before the holidays? Was that one night?
That was one of the nights during the sale.
And how many lives did y'all do where y'all ran that sale?
We didn't do any of the Black Friday lives.
We only did that 60 wait, ain't Black Friday before Thanksgiving or is it after Thanksgiving?
She did it during the week of Thanksgiving.
She did it. Yeah. She left it open the whole week of Thanksgiving. But we did the live that Friday before the week was given.
Mm-hmm.
I really can't remember how much we made just off that live.
But if
long ago.
If Tang said she thinks it was like 4, almost 5 for like one night live, but the website's open like constantly, right? Like if you can always go to the website.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all don't even have to be live for her to still be purchasing.
Yeah,
from
we
the
don't
site.
have for them to still be purchasing stuff.
Wow, this is insane. Well, she is currently a suit has been filed against her for the landlord, and she has, she's, from my understanding, made it out to customers that y'all were not sending the packages. Now telling the landlord that y'all were not making sure the bills got paid. That I'm like, that's criminal. Like, like blaming the people that were loyal to you, that worked for you. She had a whole business that she just kind of popped in and out at times that y'all did almost everything for. Like the majority of y'all did a lot. And then this is how she repays y'all by literally.
When I tell you we put our heart and souls into that place, we really did put our hearts and souls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I watched, that's what I got from it too. Like, I was like, these, like, it looked like y'all were like really in it. Like you couldn't watch.
There were times where I, like, when I was working by myself or something like that, like anything that I ever really learned from any of it was I had to teach myself. Like if I couldn't get a hold of
Wow.
the phone or something like that, I was in there YouTube and how to do the website.
Oh,
So,
wow, really?
Yes, it was different stuff like that. So, I mean, when I tell you that I literally lived and breathed the sister's closet, I did just that. And anytime there was something that we could do better or to do good, she does good, we do good. Like,
right.
we
There was times when we did late night lives and me and Tang would have to drag Paisley out the door to leave. Like, she would not leave.
And then there were times where I wouldn't be getting home till like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I have to get up in the morning to go carry my baby to school the next day.
Right.
Yeah. For me and all of us to put in as much work as we did in order to get downgraded and find out through Facebook that we didn't have jobs and different stuff like that, it is heartbreaking. It's
right.
Really and truly. And then not to mention that I did consider her my friend.
Because you've known her since high school?
Well, me and Alana went to school together when we were little. I want to say first, second grade, maybe third grade. And they would always come to the racetrack, or they lived right down the road from us and stuff like that. So I grew up knowing them, but I was always closer to Pumpkin.
Okay. I'm gonna try to do this. I want to see if we can read Tang's Facebook post. There it is. Okay. So this is after Pumpkin did the live stream where she said that y'all betrayed her by starting y'all's boutiques, and this was Tang's response over on her Facebook page. And Pumpkin responded to this, but Tang said, "Let's be real, Lauren Michelle Shannon," which is Pumpkin's real name. "How we stab you in the back when the last time we worked was the week before Thanksgiving. We got a family to feed ourselves. Stop lying to your little fans and just be truthful. Find someone else to play with because I'm not the one or the MFN2. You know that. Tell those folks the truth. I stay silent far too long. You're gonna wish you never said. You're gonna wish you never said never because I'm gonna be on your head every MFN day." I'm like, I don't really know Tang, but I feel like the little bit I do know of her, she's not the one to play with.
No, she is not.
I'm like, why did Pumpkin take her shot with it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? But this is Pumpkin's response. She said, "That's completely fine. I said I wish y'all the best," which I'm like, you cannot say, "I wish these people the best," but then already ruin their businesses that they're starting because you fired them. Because all the people that watch Pumpkin, more than likely, the majority of them are fans of hers. So if she says, "My employees betrayed me by starting their own boutiques and I feel like they did me wrong," guess what? None of those people's going to shop with y'all more than likely because they are going to feel like, "Oh, wow, y'all were supposed to be her friend. And look how y'all did her. Now y'all are competition. How dare y'all?" So she can say, "I wish y'all the best" all day long, but saying what she said.
And that's why, and that's like, we did not want to bring this to social media at all. We didn't want to say anything. We were literally keeping our mouth shut, and we were just going to go do our own thing. But then when she got on live last night, said the things that she said, it was like, and to how many people do watch her, it was kind of like, okay, we could at least go in here and clear our names. And so
Right,
what me
absolutely.
and Tane did today. Brooke wasn't able to be there, but she was also, behind us. And then when I found out that she was blaming it on me, that the reason why the light bill and the rent or all that etc wasn't paid because of me, and then wanted to say, I found out that she was talking about my 4-year-old child. That's when I said, okay, that's it, you're done.
Do you want to talk more about what she said about your child, or do you just want to? She talked
No,
about
we're
your
not.
child. Okay,
I won't. I'll leave that for another day.
gotcha.
But
Okay,
talk
we'll
about a
finish.
4-year child. That's really all you need
Yeah,
to know.
like, and two, considering you've known her since you had your baby, like,
Yeah.
she was there, like, y'all friends during pregnancy. You had your baby.
Well, actually, so when they moved to Atlanta or Hampton or whatever,
Mhm.
we all just kind of split ways. We just lost communication or whatever, and so we went a while without talking. And then there was one day I saw where she was hiring or whatever, so I shot her a text through Messenger. I was like, hey girl, I saw where you were looking for somebody. I would love to see or come work for you or whatever.
Mhm.
And then we just hit it off that like we never left off.
Right. And I'm like, somebody that'll like talk crap about a 4-year-old, that's a whole different level of.
Yeah. And if anybody knows me, I've always been the type of person that it doesn't matter how dirty you do me, I'm not gonna go back and get on your level. I'm not gonna stoop low to your level. I'll just go about my day. But when I found out that she was talking about my child, that's one thing I do not play about.
Right.
So,
And she said something negative about your child. Well,
yeah.
you don't want to go in and say what, but it wasn't like she was like talking nicely about your child. It was something negative.
Yeah.
But we'll finish reading. So Pumpkin responded and said that that's completely fine. I said, I wish y'all the best. But turning around as my friend and opening the same line of business was a stab in the back. When you, for one, already had yours, you asked her back when you started it, and the other two did not start until after they were fired. Simple as that. Again, wish y'all all well. And then Tang says, girl, tell them why we had to open up our own business. You need to hold accountability for the mess that you do. Steadily lying to these people. I swear God sees everything, and everything that goes up must come down. So what was we supposed to do? Wait until you get some money to come back to work? That was our main source of income. You're selfish as and nothing good is coming to you. And then Pumpkin said, 100%, I can tell all the business and hold accountability for where I was wrong in my business. Never said I didn't. But I'm not bashing anyone or saying anything out of character. Again, I've said multiple times throughout my life, I wish y'all well. No ill will towards any of y'all. And then Lynn said, if you were a real friend of theirs, you would be proud of them for starting on their own. I'm proud of you, Tang. Readjust your crown. And then Pumpkin said, 100%. I even sold her items to help her business. She's up and running. I knew when she purchased the table and hat press for me, her business was going to be up and started, which is okay and fine by me. But as a business owner, we can have 4 boutique owners running the same business. It's competition for everyone, and we're all friends. I said multiple times, I wish them well and hope they do good on their journey. It's hard running a business that money goes into. It's hard running a business. The money goes into it, the time, effort, etc. And then someone said, "Girls, shut up hating." Ooh. Someone else says, "Get your out the folks stuff." Another person said, "I don't like the sound of this foolishness, but I'm gone." And then Tang said, "A real wouldn't have did us the way that you did us. The truth is coming." And then Ashley said, "Girls, stop it with your pity party bullshit. You said Paisley stabbed you in the back. No, you stabbed her in the back. She wasn't even aware she didn't have a job because you couldn't be an adult and go to her. You posted on social media. That's how they found out they didn't have a job. Oh, and some of them still haven't been paid. But you go by MF and go. Get your priorities straight before you come on a live line." And it's like she hasn't paid your mama. She hasn't sent people their orders, like tons of people, and she goes and buys goats. Priorities. And then Tang said, that's all she does. I'm sick of the lies. Be grown, hold accountability for the mess that you did.
Like I said, she needs to hold accountability.
It's crazy how the fact that y'all didn't even do anything, but she turned what y'all didn't do into something that y'all did do all of a sudden, when she's doing all of this stuff in the background.
And the thing that about it that makes it so much worse, as I've witnessed with my own eyes, is she's surrounded by people who constantly make up excuses for her actions, so it does not help her.
Yeah. I don't know if this is because she's on the show. I don't know if it's because she's on the show that people don't tell her anything, or if maybe people are just scared to say something to her. Was Josh one that would hold her accountable, or not really? Like, would he be the one to be like, you can't do this, like, you got to give people their stuff?
I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, like when it happened the first go round and we were a little behind on orders, this is when it was just me and her. Josh wasn't aware of what was going on.
Oh, okay. And I'm wondering with this new like relationship, if that is playing a part into it. Like, is she buying this guy's love? Is she like love bombing him, like financially? Like
If she ain't doing it on her own, he's damn sure taking it.
okay.
Exactly.
I've heard some interesting things about him, but
And when you high on love, baby, and when you high on love, baby, that's a MF.
yeah.
Cause baby, ain't no way. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, it definitely seems like they travel a lot. Like, they're always posting pictures of them somewhere doing something.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't get her paycheck from the show until after they film, I want to say. I talked to,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and I think they can either select to get it. Well, okay, I was told they can select to get payments throughout their filming or one large payment at the end. Um, Somebody's echoing. If anybody can turn their mic down when they're not talking, everybody in the chat saying we're echoing a little bit. I don't know who it is. I can't work this, you guys. I'm sorry. But let's see. What's her page name? Oh, and I do want to do that. I do want to show y'all's pages before we leave, just so everybody can see. Because I do feel like she already kind of hurt y'all a little bit. She's going to have her people that are loyal to her no matter what. It'll be what it is. But for the people that will hear about this and then they want to go show y'all support, I do want to make sure we share y'all's pages as well, because y'all are new businesses now. Y'all have families. My husband's in here.
Yeah.
What is it,
I
babe?
think not their mic. I think they just need to turn their volume down just a little bit because I think it's feed.
Well,
back
Tane's
feed.
muted.
Okay.
So I don't know.
We appreciate y'all coming on. I definitely don't want to seem but it's a lot of background noise. Like
Well, go listen now and see if there's any. Y'all, I don't have people on a regular, so I definitely don't know how to work this, and I'm doing the best I can. I'm sorry, guys. But is there anything else that we want to add to? Because here's the rundown of what it is. Pumpkin has this business, and she takes all these orders, and she absolutely takes the money and spends it at free will. And then she will figure out how to buy the inventory when she can. And so far, it's always worked out that she's been able to buy the inventory. However, this last time, she was not able to buy the inventory. So it put her in this really bad bind. And for some reason, she's spending so much money that she's not paying the bills in the warehouse. And on the live last night, she said that she decided to go back into her house so she could be closer to the kids when she has them. But she also said, I didn't think it made sense business wise to keep paying rent in a building when I could just be in my own building, like have my own building. I didn't think it made sense for me to pay rent when literally she wasn't even paying rent, apparently,
Apparently.
yeah. But essentially she has been blowing money left and right and center, taking people's money, the orders that they have been putting in, and there was nothing y'all could really do about it. Y'all don't handle the money. Y'all worked for her. Y'all did the lives. Y'all ran everything that y'all were supposed to run. But at the end of the day, if the money's not there to put in the orders, there's nothing y'all can do. But y'all still tried to hang with her and was willing to help her get out of this mess. Like, y'all were going to be there, run the live sales, do whatever y'all could to help her get out of this mess. But she ultimately ended up just letting y'all go, no warning, letting y'all go, and then running her mouth about y'all on the live, and already affecting the way people feel about y'all. So they're definitely not going to go to y'all's business after the way she made y'all out to be. Anything else y'all want to say? I just want to make sure that everybody watching knows what's going on here, because a normal business doesn't run like that. When you have a boutique, and people pay you for their stuff, when you show them something or you say, this is what I have, and they send in the money, you take the money and you buy the stuff. Like
Yeah.
you're not supposed to spend that money, you know?
If we're being honest and just real to it, if I learned anything from her, it was how not to be a business owner.
That's
So
Say that again, Taylor. Your mic cut.
that's what everyone has told me. They said it's been a lesson of what not to do.
yes.
Well, I mean, I know from all the times that I watched, y'all definitely seemed like y'all was working. I mean, this is my business that I work my tail off on it. And sometimes, like, my husband will have to pull me out of here, like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And that's what they were saying, like, that they had to do to you, like, pull you out sometimes because you were literally trying to, like, do all that you could in a day. Now, somebody asked, can y'all collect unemployment?
I don't think we can.
Were y'all like cash pay? Like, did she pay y'all cash, or were y'all like 1099 employees? Or
Yeah.
Okay. Danny B said, tell the girls they have loyal customers here. Paisley has cute prints. I'm gonna show y'all guys their pages so y'all know what to look for. Paisley, can you tell us what the name of your?
Mine is Nana and Paisley's Teas. I'm in the process of actually opening up a storefront boutique, but I wanted to have that moment for myself and give that name out when it's out. I don't want to feel forced to say it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And are you y'all are doing the Nana's Teas right now, but your storefront's not up and running yet, right?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay. Let me see if I can share this. Okay, this is this Tang's?
Yes, that's Tang's.
Okay. Titanium Fashion Boutique. I don't have the links, but I will get the links and put them in the description box. This is Taylor's. Sweet Southern Co. or Sweet Southern Company. So you guys, like I said, I'll get these and I'll put the links in the description box. I don't have them right now, but I will. Nana and Paisley's Teas. Does anybody in the chat have any questions before we let the girls go? We've been on for almost an hour, and I never know, like when I don't do guests that often, but when I do, I'm always worried that I'm gonna like bore them or talk too much. So I don't want to keep y'all on here all night. But does anybody in the chat have a question? Did anybody order that? They have something to say? Anybody? And somebody said, somebody kept asking who's suing Pumpkin. So it's her landlord that owns the warehouse that she was in. That's who is trying to have her served right now as a landlord. Virgo says, wait, Granny's watching, said you ladies come across so sweet and genuine, unlike Pumpkin. Donna said, love you girls. I will definitely be ordering from y'all. Z said, how much were y'all paid for working for Pumpkin? And I don't know if that's something y'all cared up.
No,
y'all were just paid a decent amount though, right? Y'all didn't feel like y'all were being cheated.
No, we were all satisfied.
Okay. Let's see. Pumpkin does not owe any of them. She did pay them their last paychecks, but she has not paid Paisley's mom, who was her accountant. Is that okay? Somebody said, is it Pumpkin and Alana or just Pumpkin?
Really and truly, we just went with Pumpkin.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, with the name and stuff like that, Alana does have like stuff to do with it.
Okay.
Anytime we needed like a flyer made or stuff like that, Lana would be the one to do it.
Did Jesse quit too? And Cheyenne? Do you know if there was any like reason they quit, or if they were just like, we got other things to do?
I'm not gonna say anything about that.
Well, you don't have to. You said it all. Okay, that's wild. That is, I mean, I'm not saying there's any bad blood between them, but if she hired them and they quit and there was some reason why they quit because they were potentially being screwed over, that's wild. have y'all ever been a part of filming? Like, was the boutique a part of filming? Were y'all ever a part of filming? Or
The only person who was a part of the filming was me.
okay, did you have to sign like an agreement or whatever to be on the show? Yeah. Okay. Well, is there anything else you guys would like to say to wrap it up? Y'all are more than welcome to come back. If anything else happens out of this and y'all want to come back and talk, y'all are welcome here. Hopefully next time we'll get the audio situation handled. I thought I had it, but apparently not. Did you get paid to be on the show?
Pumpkin paid me.
Okay. Well, that's good.
I just stayed on the clock. If that makes sense.
Yeah. That makes sense. What do y'all think about Darren? Any opinions on Darren?
I'm just gonna say, homegirl got a lot worse when he came in the picture. Not a fan of him at all. Never been around somebody who made me feel more uncomfortable.
Yes, that uncomfortable. Yes,
very uncomfortable.
Really? Like uncomfortable? Like
I have never been around a guy and just flat out felt uncomfortable until I've been around him. Because I've always, I'm a single mama. I've always played both roles, both parts. I've always been a tough girl, everything. But when I tell you I've never been around a guy who just flat out makes me uncomfortable, it is him.
Mm-hmm.
I heard in the background he's like a womanizer. I don't know, that he when he was married, he told his girlfriends that they were in a open relationship so he could have other girlfriends outside of his wife, and his wife knew nothing about it. So it definitely seems he's like he might be a hoe,
Yeah, most definitely.
And Pumpkin is she's wrapped up. Like, she is wrapped up into him, right? Like, the way that it looks online, it looks like she is completely head over heels.
The only thing about it is the band plays it so well. I give him that. It's like there's just different things that I could see because I'm not in love with the guy. I'm not blinded by it, but there's just red flags that be flying around and stuff like that, and I can see straight through him. But he does play it well. He knows how to put on an act. Is all I got to say.
Well, I don't feel like this is going to end good for Pumpkin, especially with so many people getting screwed out of their money. I've talked to people who've said they were going to the cops. I've seen people post on my page that they were going to turn her in. They were going to the cops. Granny's watching said, "Did y'all sign NDAs?" Y'all didn't, right?
Not working for her. No.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Which even if y'all signed NDAs and she broke the law and scammed people, y'all can talk about that because NDAs doesn't protect somebody from breaking the law and people witness it. They can't speak on it. Someone said, "Are y'all still in contact with Josh?" Or did y'all know Josh? Are y'all still in contact with him?
I knew Josh because I've always known him growing up, but talking to him wise, no, we don't talk to him.
I never really knew. I knew who he was, but I didn't talk to him like that.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like things definitely went downhill quick when the divorce happened. Okay. Well, you guys, thank y'all for hopping on. Thank y'all for breaking it down and explaining everything to everybody because I've seen so many people talking about this, like what is going on, why people didn't get their packages, what's happening. So I appreciate y'all coming on so much. Y'all are more than welcome to come back anytime. When I end the live, it is going to boot y'all out, but I'll shoot y'all a text message in just a little bit. If you guys have questions, leave them in the chat and I'll try to get them to them. Somebody said the customers need to contact the Georgia Attorney General. I have a feeling Pumpkin may respond to this. So if she does and y'all got more to say, y'all are welcome back anytime. Thank y'all for putting it all out there. I appreciate y'all being uncomfortable, y'all being vulnerable, especially you Paisley knowing her for so long and y'all considering her such a good friend, coming on here and telling everything and y'all just opening up about everything that happened. I appreciate y'all so much. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one and I'll be in contact with y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.